Good evening, Sir Markadu here, your economic evangelist and your heart of a hustler. Yes, indeed. We are here tonight serving God's people. And I want to thank God for the opportunity to be able to do this. And I'm telling you, I'm more active about this more than ever. I'm more excited about helping God's people do what they do, okay? Again, I'm Sir Markadu, your economic evangelist, and this is being brought to you by Heavenly Body Products, where we help God's people prosper. Also, chronicler.com, where we keep the hood smelling good. Make sure you check us out, okay? All right, if you need to get in touch with me personally, feel free to call me. That's my cell, 404-578-3549, okay? Also being brought to you by the Black Billionaires Club. That's right, teach you how to level up and level out, okay? That's what they do over there. If you ever need to be on my a show where you want to be interviewed by me, one-on-one with Sir Markadu, make sure you get in touch with me. Please share and like. This is what it's all about. If we're sharing, we're caring. And that's what it's all about. So just make sure you take that in consideration, okay? Also being brought to you by Economic Evangelism University. Please go on my website, check us out. When I sell you my products, I'm going to teach you how to distribute it. I'm teaching you how to master the brands, okay? So we're there, go on. We already started. We got people signing up all the time. Go over to sirmarkadu.com and see what's going on over there. If you like to bring your child on, you want to bring your child in, and you want to bring your family, come on over, take a tour of the warehouse and see what we're doing over here. Okay, we started this company with $96 and turned it into a 10,000 square foot warehouse. So you need to come on over, okay? Packages.chronicler.com. That's right. Well, if you decide that you want to be a distributor or a master distributor, this is a great place to go. Okay? Now we're getting ready to getting on the air. Oh, one other thing. We have a brother named Calvin. He has a warehouse down there by the airport. Now, this guy sells a lot of things like bleach and laundry detergent and fabric softener, window cleaner, and things of that nature. Please give him a call. He sells everything wholesale. So if you want to retail, this is a great opportunity for you to find someone that right there, right in the community. And I think he ships too. So and I think he also goes up through the Carolinas. So that's something he does, I think, once a week. If you need to call the warehouse, it's 404-286-6700. And this is also being broadcast on YouTube. Okay, YouTube. So make sure you go on over there and check that out. Okay. So let's get this thing going. Okay. We're going to talk about our youth and young adults. We need to help our college students to become business owners and leaders. Okay. Now we have, I have a pleasant surprise. I have the empowerment duo. It's going to be on the broadcast, and here we go. And we are waiting also for Evan Jefferson, so we can go ahead and get this part of really, really rocking. One of the reasons why I did this, Lisa and Brian, before y'all come on, is you know how I am about the youth and young adults. And I believe that because of this pandemic, they let all the schools out. I didn't. Now, we could easily say we didn't see this coming, but it's here. It is live and it's in concert. There's things that's going on around this pandemic that caused the economy to shift. So I'm telling you, folk, that when the economy shifts, try to find the right mindset and say, let me shift with it. What is it that I can do to keep the economy afloat? And this is why one of the reasons why we're talking about this. It's the youth, it's the young adults that's in college that they're out now. Some of them are some of the greatest minds on the planet Earth. It is our responsibility to not let these young adults just cruise right on through. Let's challenge their mindset. And another thing, let's challenge their soul. Let's challenge their soul, man. These young adults, man, they're our future. How many times have you heard that? I heard it when I was a kid that I was the future. And I used to put that on my shoulder and say, wait a minute, why it gotta be me? And then I realized, why not me? I have an opportunity to change the way the community looks. I realize now that my legacy is intact. That if, God forbid, if he decides he want to bring me home, there's one thing that I know for sure, that y'all are going to keep saying my name. But the thing of the fact of the matter is, it's not just me. We need our young adults to rise up and be able to help change the economy. So without further ado, we're gonna bring on some of our other community leaders. That's right, that's out here helping God's people. Okay, without any further ado, we got the empowerment duo out.
What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
You already know, man. I'm telling you, I am so excited to interview you. And you know, now it's on the other side.
Oh.
You used to encourage me and always interview me. Now it's my turn. And also we have the Black billionaire himself, ERGJ, in the house.
What up?
What's up, man?
What's going on with you?
Yes, indeed. You know what's up. You know what's up with me, man. You know, we get ready to change the way the community looks through economics.
Absolutely.
And so I want to first talk to the empowerment duo. Let us, all my listeners, let them know who you are and what do you all do.
So we are the Empowerment Duo, and I am Lisa Santiago McNeil.
I am Brian Keith McNeil.
And we believe that economic independence is achieved through
Entrepreneurship.
We believe that your gifts are intended to make room for you, and that we need to help you find them and then learn how to sell them.
Learn how to sell them. We believe our express ministry is economic independence through entrepreneurship. And I am believing God that tonight there's going to be somebody that comes on here tonight that's going to get an answer to a question, that's going to get a newfound direction, and their lives will be different and better than it ever was before. We're going to bless tonight.
That's it. And I said something about that earlier. I got no other than ERGJ, the Black Billionaires Club entrepreneur himself. Tell us, everybody, who you are, what you do, because I know everybody know you.
Everybody know me? Oh, Lord. What's going on? Man, y'all know I like talking about myself. What do I do? I'm a certified financial educator. I've been teaching people how to multiply their money for over a decade. To those that listen, I'm an author of this book back here, the Black Billionaires Club. It is just basically a study of Black wealth and people that still live today that we don't know. I'm a small business consultant. I'm a master salesman, master marketer. I'm a founder of the New Black Wall Street, founder of the Black Billionaires Club, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar. Anything that got to do with money, I'm pretty much there.
That's what I'm talking about. And you know what the topic is today. So what is it about? And I'm going to stick with Evan real quick. I'm going to go back and stay with you. I'm going to come back to the duo. What does this really mean to you, that the poverty is a global pandemic? I think it's an epidemic, and it starts in the mind. Prosperity is the only thing that can kill it.
You changed the topic. Okay.
No, it's the topic, but I just, it's there.
The idea. So you got your new mic dropper there that you are gonna stay on for about 2 months. I got you. So I mean, it's all. it's the things that we get out of life are just the branches, are just the fruit. They're not the tree. They're not the root. And so, we look at, wherever we may be in life, that's what we consider to be a lot in life. That may be the cards that you've been dealt, but how you finish the game has a lot to do with how you play those cards. So I kind of tell people like this, like, in the game of spades, man, if you giving no spades, you can still try to get one book. And the problem is most people don't try to get one. They just give up, say, this is what I've been given.
I'll take it general.
Yeah, I've been raised by the wrong parents in the wrong neighborhood. They take the conditions of life, and instead of making lemons out of lemonade, they just throw the lemons away. So it really does begin in the mind. And then once we begin to change our mind and realize that, okay, it's not about where I am, it's about where I'm going. Mm-hmm. And if we project out and say, okay, if I keep doing what I've been doing, whatever that may be, where will I find myself 5 years, 10 years from now? And if you answer that question honestly, then you ask yourself, is that where I want to be? Mm. If it's not, then it's like, okay, well, I can change direction right now. I might, you can change direction overnight, but you can't change destination overnight. It takes time. So the mind is so powerful, though, because once you begin to think prosperous thoughts, matter of fact, the good book tells us what to think about. Think of good things. Think on prosperity. Think on these things like here. What begins to happen is you begin to attract different things, different people into your life. You become attracted to different things. You tune into things that you wouldn't have tuned into before. You listen to things that you wouldn't listen to before. You go places that you wouldn't have gone before, and you get different results that you didn't get before. So, same thing. Like I say the same thing, man. Change the way you think, you'll change your life forever. And changing the way you think, me getting you to change the way you think is the hardest thing to do. But you deciding to change how you think is relatively easy. And it's just because it's a choice, and we all been given the power. The power by God is giving us willpower. We can choose Him, or we can choose not Him. We can choose prosperity, or we can choose poverty. We can choose health, or we can choose sickness. The power of choice is so powerful.
My goodness.
And we just don't take advantage of it. Many of us just don't take advantage of it because we just don't know. I mean, we just have been miseducated.
Yeah, and that right there, talking about educated, we have college students, even the high schools, all students, they're out of school right now. I can just imagine what parents are doing. They're like, what are we going to do with our children? And
let me help you.
It's heavy. Go ahead.
I'm going to tell a quick parable.
Mm-hmm.
There's this shoe manufacturer here in the United States. They want to open up and develop a territory in Africa. So they send one of their veteran, seasoned salespeople over to this territory in Africa. And after a week, he sends back a wire to the company and says, man, y'all might as well bring me back because no one here is wearing any shoes. And they do. They bring them back. A little while later, they bring they wanted to open up this territory because they believe it'd be good. So they send a young, inexperienced, but energetic salesperson over to the same territory. And after about a week, he calls them back. Send me all the shoes you've got because no one here is wearing any shoes.
Wow.
There is the young people on here, the high school students and the college students. I want to say to you, you are in a major advantage right now. You have a major advantage. There's a classic book that we all have to read at some point in our lives called The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino. And the first scroll, he's talking about today I begin a new life. But within that segment, he's talking about how experience is wasted on old men who nod wisely and speak stupidly. Okay. And he's trying to allude to the fact that a lot of times folks with experience, they try to lean on their experience. They try to lean on their dinosaur stories instead of taking advantage of the current time and move forward. I say to young people right now, learning how to package, present, and sell yourself to the world is a major advantage right now. Here's the other thing, too, about these young people. I'm so excited that we're doing this about young people. I call the young people metal arrows, okay? Metal arrows, because they could go through anything. They can go through a building if they're shot off right. But what we have to do as street evangelists, as mentors, we have to point them in the right direction. And that's why I think it's such a major advantage for any young person who is willing to listen to the counsel that we're espousing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I actually believe that now is a really great time, even for us. We have a few teenagers. Our son is a teenager. We've got some grandchildren and other children in our lives. And even just because they're home and getting bored, and I was getting bored, so I went ahead and started a new hobby that has turned into a business, which is my bling t-shirts. And the kids are like, whoa, I can put anything on my shirt I want? Yes, you can. And so now not only can you put whatever you want on your shirt, but you can also sell them to your friends. And you guys can make money while everybody is locked in right now. Because helping them to begin to finally open up their mindset. See, most of our 16-year-olds were excited that they got a job, that they were old enough to get a job. And it was hard to get them to understand entrepreneurship because they didn't get it. They were already groomed by the time they were 16. Indoctrinated that they needed to go to school and get a good job. But now that they are at home and we're showing them that they can make money right from home with their own business, they don't have to answer to anybody but me. That's all. They do have to answer to me, but they can do it and they can have fun while they're doing it. The same thing with the chronic killer and the
time.
Absolutely.
I love what Sir Markadu did. I go back to the time we met Sir Markadu.
And with Evan with the hand sanitizer now he's doing. I mean,
there's
too many opportunities.
But do you remember the day we met Sir Markadu?
Yeah, what's up at matter of fact, Evan was giving an event, I believe, and then we came down to the warehouse. Tell them the story.
I'm gonna tell the story. It was in Lidonia, I believe.
Yeah.
And at the Black Bookstore there, and we came down from Charlotte to speak. Lisa and I both did, and Evan put on a great event.
Absolutely.
But by the time that it was an all-day long event, and when the event was over, I was tired. I wanted to just go back to the hotel. You know, I was like, nah, I had enough. And so Markadu was so nice and so persistent. Look, man, I want you to come to the warehouse. I want y'all to see what I got here. And I was like, what do I want to go to the warehouse for? What for? Okay, I'm tired. I want to go chill. I want to take off my suit, you know. But he was wonderfully persistent. And when we went, he was so gracious and so loving and so welcoming on his tour. He wanted us to see what he got. And I, even though I make a lot of money, I was sitting there thinking, man, a lot of folks more people need to see that a Black man has this 10,000 square foot facility.
Absolutely.
And then when the tour was over and we went to the little store area, you were so gracious. You gave all of us a gift from your store. And I was so impressed. And when you start talking about your mission to take some young man with no direction, to give him something, point in some direction, I was very impressed. And I'm happy that we have this association.
Absolutely.
Yes. You know, I look at what's being said now and thinking about the young adults, which is the college students. Most of these college, I would probably venture out to say, most of them have little brothers and sisters and cousins. There's somebody in their immediate family
watching them.
They're younger than them, and I would venture out to say that a lot of the college students are taking courses in business management, sales, things of that nature. And I know for a fact we can change the culture of our families first just by introducing other little products. And I'm not just saying my products, I'm just but I know something about these products, and they're simple, they're easy to understand, and children love to sell smell goods. So I'm telling you, college students, right now, make sure you just reach out, come on down, because the first thing I want to give you is access. I want to give you access and exposure to something you probably never seen before. And you never probably been to a Black, or let's say just a warehouse, you know, that's in this community, in the Black community, and that we're doing things and it's open for people all around the world. This is access to not just Black people, but all of God's people. Mm-hmm. That's what I just want to put out there. Evan, you want to say something?
I'm listening. What's up?
No, because I mean, you're one of those ones that have, if I believe, feels the same way about access. You believe that access to information is the key. And tell us a little bit more about access. And you know, if you want to be rich or wealthy, there's certain key things that they have to do.
Well, when you talk about access, right? So I think we can all, look at our life, over our life, and think about things that we would have done had we known better, or we would have participated in had they been available to us. If you just access, I think another way of saying access is freedom, right? Everybody put access equals freedom. When you got access, when we had access, we fought for freedom, which was fighting for access, fighting for the ability to do things that was not made available to us coming out of slavery. Whether it be the right to vote, whether it be women's rights or civil rights or human rights, we're just talking about equality being access to the same thing that everybody else has access to. And so, where we are now is that it's available, it's out there. But now it's about becoming aware that it's there. So, Markedu, for example, you've been in that warehouse, I think 20 years, for give or take a couple of years. And 2 years ago, I just found out, although I've been living in the same area for 20 years, 2 years ago, I just found out that you were there, right? Yes. So, and then I took advantage of that because I became aware, oh man, it's a warehouse right down the street. I mean, literally 5 minutes down the street from where I live. And then you gave me access. Yeah. And then I then turned that into access for other people. But had I not been made aware some kind of way, then I wouldn't have been able to take advantage of the access that was already there. So I want people to understand that the access is there. We're not lacking access anymore. I mean, there's some places we still got, you can't just go into the Commerce Club just because you walk up in there. There's some place you got to pay for access.
Right.
But the access is actually available. So there's like new freedoms. But being aware, that's where the preachers of this world are important, to be able to let people know that this is here. And I'm not just talking about a preacher in church. I'm talking about someone that'll spread the word, a marketer, a promoter, a preacher of some sort, to let people know, man, here's what it is. And this is what we're doing here. We're saying, hey, here is opportunity that we have available. And we're making you aware of that opportunity. But it's up to the individual to then take advantage of it, to take advantage of the access available. And so what I've done, Markedu, is I've just switched my target. I'm really no longer targeting the youth. I'm actually targeting the grandparents, because the grandparents have a greater influence on the youth than I believe the parents do. The grandparents, are the ones that's so loved in the door, Big Mama, Big Papa, and all of them so loved in the door, that I believe that they'll, because they've lived this life so long, they've been here so long on this earth, that they'll actually say, man, this is what I want my grandbaby to do. I want him to know about it. Just like Seven and his grandmother, right? Yeah. It's the grandmother that turned him on to business, right? Now, I don't know if the mother did or not, but I just know I see the grandmother all the time.
Definitely the grandmother.
Right? So if you're a parent, or if you're a person that's watching right now and you're a grandparent, put in the comments, oh, that's me. Grandfather, grandmother, that's me. You talking to me. I'm talking to you right now. I'm no longer targeting your children. I'm targeting you, because I want to make sure that you are educated, so then you can then, because you're going to have a greater impact on your grandchild than I will. Okay. So if that's you, your grandparent, you're out there right now putting comments on, that's me. You talking to me. That's me. That's me. Your grandparent, your grandmother, great grandmother, granddad, great granddad. That's me. See, the thing about the grandparents, Sir Markedu, is that they are just simply wise.
Yes.
They've been here long. They just simply are wise people. And they're like, man, do I really want my grandchild to go through 55 years of hard labor and never show them that there's another way that's out here that I know about? I might not take advantage of it myself, but I'm going to put them into a better position. Right? And they're not the parent who's working 50, 60 hours a week just trying to make ends meet. So the grandparent putting the comments, oh, that's me. And that's how I believe that's the route I've switched to this year. As I continue to push the envelope of bringing awareness that then grants access to those who want to take advantage of it.
Well, I'm glad he said that, Brian, because the grandparents are wise beyond a measure, and I believe. Yeah, me too. And my youngest granddaughter said to me about a week or 2 weeks ago. She said, "I want 5 businesses." So that made me get goose pimples, because I realized that I'm influencing her life.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I want you to talk about that, Brian, how you feel about influencing grandparents and even college students influencing the younger student, because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take all the helping the young. You know, that's it.
Well, here's the I want to go back onto this advantages thing. And as a grandparent myself, first off, I'm gonna say grandchildren are better than children. Okay. Grandchildren are more fun than children.
Come on now.
Please forgive Lisa. Here's what we do. You know, that's the other advantage you have. Even Evan was talking about people talking about circumstances. My parents did this and that. Here's what you can do. You can outlearn any circumstance. You can outstudy your circumstances. So you have the advantage of you do have access to the information that you need. Learning how to do the two most critical skills in life, I believe there are the ability to communicate in all the forms: speaking, listening, comprehension, questioning skills, and ability to communicate in the written form. Really, that's only emails and text today. And the ability to sell. You know, learn how to sell your ideas, learn how to sell your products, learn how to sell your services. I think those two things have more to do with your success or failure, your happiness or sadness, your prosperity or your poverty. Those two things. Forgive Lisa, because even though we're grandparents, we never let ourselves consider ourselves out of training. So Lisa had a class she had to take at 7:30, so she hustled upstairs to take her class, because we're never going to allow ourselves to feel like we out of training, that we know everything. We constantly learn and then learn and then learn and then learn. And young people, I'm telling you, if you can grasp this, you can outlearn your circumstances. Even if no one before you, your family, has ever made any money, that could change entirely with you. You could be the impetus. You could be the spark. You could be the lever that lifts your whole family out of their circumstances by just learning. By just learning. Take advantage, like the old, one of my favorite poets of the 80s, Run DMC. They had this lyric, listen up, homeboy, give this a thought. The next time someone's teaching, why don't you get taught? And it's like that. So what we want these young people to do is to get taught while someone is teaching.
That's very interesting. I know you hit me when I was younger. You know, I really didn't have the one-on-one like a grandparent really did, but it was my grandmother really that sparked me, because she was making in those days Cabbage Patch dolls.
Yes,
and in those days there was no black Cabbage Patch dolls. So I watched her with her machine, and I watched her sell. And people wanted those black Cabbage Patch dolls.
Absolutely. That's
so
in the early 80s. You're talking now, yeah.
I realized right then that it was the grandparents can make an impact. I was already, at that time, I was still relatively young. I was still early 20, maybe 20. To watch her do it was intriguing to me, because I started learning how to sell when I was like 10. So I had to experience people telling me no.
Yep.
So I could get to the yeses.
Yep. And that's the price of admission. You have
and that's it. And I just want that is it right there. I just realized that the power of us elders, and then the power of our young adults first, to be able to grasp, like you said, to grasp what we're telling them or teaching them, and be able to pass that down to the youth and young adults. If I had some young entrepreneur, which was 19, 18, 19, 20 years old, helping me along, that was my brother or my cousin, that would have been, I would have been a step way above everybody else.
And that's what we want. We want a chance to pass on the knowledge. So many successful people in their days, their final days, wish they had a person that they can pour this information into. So many great books are talking about just that same thing. And frankly, I challenge all business people, adult business people that's achieving on any level. How could you not? How could you not be willing to share what you know with a young person? How could you not be willing to share your cell phone number?
Ooh, wait.
Take their call and to guide them. And it could be just one thing. It could be one or two things. I like to study the Hall of Fame speeches, like football Hall of Fame speeches, basketball Hall of Fame speeches, baseball, hockey, and I watch a lot of them, and I've come to the conclusion that everyone who's achieved Hall of Fame status, they had a few things in common. One thing they had in common is they had somebody speak some life into them.
Ooh, wait.
Somebody tell them that you can.
Yes.
They all had someone that stuck with them even when they weren't worthy of being stuck with. When they were messing it up by the numbers, somebody that stuck with them anyway.
Yep, that was me too.
Yes, they all had somebody also to have their back, to keep crap off of them, to keep stuff off of them, keep people off, someone that's willing to fight and keep their back. But we need these kinds of things. And if you don't have them, seek them because they're available to you.
Yes. You want to add to that?
You can? Yes, sir.
Mr. Evan?
Yeah.
Come on, help us out. You want to add to that?
Am I adding something? What am I adding? Brian,
I don't know. I just gotta make sure I give you that space because I know there was a lot of information there, and I know you like to cap things off sometimes.
Man, please. I know Brian. I'm a master marketer. Brian, the master salesman. He over there.
Because that's what I chose to study. I chose selling services, how to teach people how to sell themselves and their services. And I devoted my entire adult life. I've read, by my own count, and I'm certain this is a conservative number, more than 700 books on how to sell and self-development. More than 700. And I know that's conservative because several of the books I read more than one time. Mm-hmm. Someone told me in my early development years, were 23, 24, that you should read 30 minutes to an hour before you leave your house in the morning. And I adopted that, okay? And I didn't care what the book said to do. I was willing to take it in and do something. So young people, I'm saying to you, you can have my cell phone number. You got Sir Marketer. You can reach out to us. Evan would be great to partner with. Shoulder with these people. Let us help you, okay? Now, life is checkers. If we make a move to be helpful to you, that's our move. The next move is yours, okay?
Man, I like that. Man, all the time. You know how many people? Oh my goodness, Lord! I make myself available, and they just never take a step, never move. And I just like, I got certain requirements for me when it comes to because I'm not looking at. Unfortunately, I'm not looking to help everybody. I'm looking to help people that want to be helped, and I make myself available to those that actually show they really want it because I'm a results oriented. I'm results driven. And if I can't get results with you, then it's a waste of my time.
Mm-hmm. So is there's somebody that can only hear from you, Evan. There's somebody that can only hear Sir Marketer. They can't hear me. They can't hear Evan, but they can hear Sir Marketer. And our job is to put it out for the people that can hear my voice.
Yeah. Yeah, I need you to. I don't know if you can put it in the feed or not. Your information. I need you to put it in there. I wish. Huh?
No, I can't do it.
No, I wish I had it. But at least you can tell it. Hopefully, if you slow it down enough, somebody will put it in the feed for us, please.
Yes. Let me put in my website or my cell phone number or anything.
Yeah, anything that's good. We need to do more business together and for each other. Let's do it.
First thing I'm gonna tell you is I'm easy to find, and I can be found. The easiest way is Brian K. McNeil. That's BRIAN, the letter K, and the McNeil.com. That's my website. My phone number is there. Some of my stuff is there. But I'll even tell you my cell phone number now. It's 919-345-4893. That's 919-345-4893. And I'm so old school that I will still take a phone call.
Not me. You better than me. I ain't taking no phone calls. I ain't calling me.
You can call me. Here's the cool thing. When we go speak at schools, which we do often, we go to speak at schools, we tell them the same thing. And if I speak at 10 schools and 300 people per time, how many phone calls am I going to get? I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about it. And that's okay. The ones that you just said a minute ago, Evan, the ones that can hear me, the ones that want what I offer, they don't have to accept what I have to offer, but I still have to offer it. And I know I can be helpful to a young person. Mm-hmm.
And that's very important. And that's why this is why it's so important. Don't compete with me, eat with me.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, partner. Oh my gosh.
That's what to keep talking. Keep talking. I mean, it's
Eat
important.
with me. Eat with me. Okay. Don't compete with me. Eat with me. If you try to compete with me, okay, you setting yourself up to be unhappy because don't do that. Don't even compare. Be the very best versions of yourselves. Mm-hmm. Take the information that I offer you. Take the information that Sir Markedu and Evan offers you. And what happens is, if you take in good information consistently, couple that with your own life experiences, you're going to develop a philosophy that's uniquely your own. Okay? I think you should learn as much as you can and run it through your personal filter and develop a philosophy for you that works. And it'll be different than anyone else's philosophy. We all have to find our philosophy through life, but you should not do it on your own. Any one of these young people who is thinking, I know everything. First off, we know that's incorrect. You don't. No one on earth has enough experience to win this game in your own strength. None of us can. We all need some help. All of us. No man builds great success or great wealth by themselves. Typically, the only people that achieve great levels of success is because you have a lot of people want to see you successful. And why would they want to do that? Okay? Because you're doing your part.
Oh, yeah. I looked at my lifestyle.
Yes.
Even as I was coming up. And this is why the youth and young adults have been always intriguing to me, because I always look for somebody to help me, give me access to information and things of that nature. And I realized that I was doing it. I was giving information along the way, and that's why I don't know. I'm better at it now than I ever been.
Yes, sir.
Because I realize the more I share, the more I care. Mm-hmm. It is a natural phenomenon. I believe this is why I think this pandemic or situation that's going on is actually a blessing,
a major advantage.
It's just the way it is, and I just want to let our young adults know to the ones that like y'all say, it's not for everybody. It can't be. This whole thing. I'm personally, I'm looking for people that can distribute. Because those are the leaders. We just need more. To me, we need more manufacturers. We need more distributors.
So here's the deal, though, guys. Like it's all gravy and grand and sounds great, But at the end of the day, like if you're saying, hey, we want young people, then you got to go where young people are. Like and this ain't it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where are young people? Where are their eyes? Where are their ears? You know what I'm saying? Young people ain't using Facebook really. You know what I'm saying? So like if we really want to target young people, maybe some parents have their children watching this right now, but even having a message to young people, it's like saying something in a deaf room. Like that's not, the message has to go where the ears are going to be.
Well, even if they don't come here, somebody that's on here knows someone that can receive this message. And even if there's no young people in here, the adults that's in here that know young people can get something to share. They can invite, they can share this. The average American knows about 600 people on a first name basis. So somebody we know, that's why we want to sell through the people that are on here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Through you.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. That's why I also like what you were saying earlier, Evan, about we talk about the grandparents. And most of the grandparents that are on this feed, the ones that have children or young adults in college or kids that are in high school but are college bound, we're talking to you because I know you're the one that can give them access to this stuff way quicker than if I would, but Evan is absolutely correct. This is one platform, but the other platform,
Right.
definitely IG and YouTube. And that's nothing to play with. If we're going to really touch them, this is where we're going to get them.
Well, you just get one. You just get one on fire, young entrepreneur, and they'll touch the rest. You let them do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just think about it, guys. When you were younger, who would you listen to? I wouldn't be listening to you.
That's right.
I don't care how much I don't care because y'all talk too long.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, man. You know what I'm saying? Think about when you were young. Y'all talk too long. I could be out here making moves in a whole hour. Y'all talking for an hour. I could be out here. I could have brought back some money by now.
That's absolutely true.
Get you an on fire youth, then you know what I'm saying. Let them run the charge for the youth. That's why they have youth pastors in the church. They realize the mega preacher want to talk for 3 hours. Ain't nobody trying to hear that when you're young. Can I go? Can I go eat? Can I go do something else?
Exactly.
But Derek Barnhill, you said the best way to create. You got some great tagline, but that's not true. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Now the best way to predict the future is to study history. The history repeat itself, right?
And look at what you're doing on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Yep. I like what Monica Allison said there that you flashed across the screen. I wish someone had told me. I would have been a grandparent first. I would have told them.
That's funny. And she got a big grin on there. But it's absolutely true. I wish someone had told me the things. And the thing is, society is what it is. It's made up the way that the only thing is what's like Evan said is studying the things that have been already put in front of us in history. And it's got to be the powerhouse. I believe I was one of them powerhouse. When I got off drugs, I went straight into sales. I said, let me grab me a couple of dozen T-shirts and let me get to work.
Yep.
Let me do what I already knew how to do. Let me go back into history. And that's what I did. I said, what did I do before that got me to be number one in sales, number one in premium, recruiter of the year? It was that sales. And I said, if you can put in the fee if you want. If you ever want to get out of poverty, sell your way out.
That's right. Sell your way out of poverty. Sell your way through life. You really can.
Get the knowledge and then sell.
What do you have?
Go ahead.
T-shirts. Come on.
Oils are one of the easiest things to sell. Sage, all that stuff is the easiest thing to sell. I want the people to put in the feed, what is it that if you want to get into business or start a business, what would you start with? What would be your product of choice?
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's a great thing to do. Also, what do you love? What do you imagine doing with your life? What is it that you wish you could do more? What is it that you can imagine yourself losing yourself doing? Whatever that is, because your thing, why did God give you that dream or you that idea and not someone else? You're supposed to do something with that. Now, I'm talking about that thing that's in your belly that won't let you not imagine doing,
Yes.
Whatever, we want to work on cars. If you had $1 million, what you would do with your life? I'd restore old cars. Maybe that's your treasures right there. I would open up this, or I would do that. Or even if you don't have a direction, borrow someone else's direction till you find your own. Heavenly Body Products can be you borrowing something, because some of these oils will teach you some skills that you can't get any other way. Interpersonal skills. That's the challenge with the young people, I think, today. They've gotten better and better and better at social media and worse and worse and worse at interacting with real live people.
Wow.
You have to talk to somebody and ask somebody to give your stuff a try. You have to ask somebody to try this out or to buy this from you or to come along with this way of thinking. And I think that's my job. My job is to teach people how to sell themselves and their services. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I like that. Go ahead, Evan.
I'm just thinking about what he just. I mean, there's always generational gaps, man.
Yeah.
So I mean, Yeah, it's just generational gaps. This generation, as the generation moves forward, they're communicating in a different way. They're communicating, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you know what I mean? I can communicate with a 20-year-old in their language, chop it up with them, keep it real jiggy with them, and still get them to spend some money with me. so just like, but at the same, so it's a generational thing. So I to be successful for me as a businessman, I have to learn to talk in a lot of different languages. I got to learn to talk, to my elders, right, in their language, or they might be email people. They might I got to be all grammatically correct and all that stuff. I can come down to my next generation. I can just keep it gully. So it's being able to be flexible and with your target is pretty important. You know what I'm saying? So that you can capture their attention and you can garner their respect and you can do business with them. So, but yeah, don't sleep on DM and Cash Out, because I ain't got to talk to nobody to get some money. I can boom, let's get it. So yeah, so it's just a generational thing though. And I always use this term when I go and speak. I tell people, I say, man, if I were to ask right now, what's your favorite type of music? You always say the type of music that you grew up with. It doesn't mean that the other music is bad. You just like the 60s music. You like the 70s music. You like the 80s music. You like the 90s music. You like the 2000s music. And then as it progresses, the 60s say the 2000 music is trash.
That's
the 2000s
right.
say the 2010 music is trash. But that's the evolution of life, and none of them are correct. They're just all, this is what I grew up on, so this is what I like. So, I'm a Goody Mob, Outcast guy. Y'all might be OJs and you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's generational. So but that's the bridging of the gap. Communication, to saying, okay, well, we're gonna extract, right, the wisdom from the elders, and we're going to infuse the ingenuity and creativity of the youth. And that's the gap. When we bridge that gap, man, our communities be on fire. I mean, there ain't gonna be no broke people. We bridge that gap. Because the whole thing was, hey, we're gonna tear down this tower and we're gonna confuse the people so they don't communicate, they don't work together.
Now,
we start working together, we start working our way up to heaven. Come on now. We start bringing heaven down on the earth. Don't stop me now because I'm preaching good.
But Evan, trying to talk to the teenagers today, man, they say stuff like no cap this and no cap that and low key this and low key that. I'm like, whoa, son.
Yeah. Yeah. Say less. Say less. They got a whole new dictionary, man. I'm trying to tell you. Well, we always making our words. We've been making, man, we call Corona Rona. We always making our words.
It's not the Roro.
I want to, somebody had mentioned our dreams, and I've always been one of those people who said, if you try to chase your dreams, you're sleeping. Your dreams are while you sleep. Your vision is while you're awake. You got to get your visions. And me and Evan speak a lot. And I said, this is what I see, Evan. I'm ready. I'm 60 years old in April, and I'm almost there. So I'm like, but I'm ready, still learning and ready, willing to get this other level of economy going, for our young and our old. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, again, I'm going to reach down deep and I'm going to let everybody know, especially your grandparents and your elder, if you have youth, especially young adults that are in the college or going college bound, we can see. Now, what if they do this again next year? It ain't no school next year. There's something now, there's something else.
It might be something else. It may not be next year. It's going to happen again.
Right. Yeah. So here we go. What do we know? And see, that was the thing that I was saying. What is it that you want to know that no matter what happens, you're still in the money game?
Yeah.
But
so I got to run. I got an 8 o'clock.
Okay.
But I see here, William. I want to respond to William real quick, and then I'll let you guys know. And then I get up out of here. Like you said, I think we need to get very personal in our selling and our relationship. It depends on what you're selling. I don't have to get personal to sell toothpaste.
Absolutely.
It depends on what you're selling. You're selling services. You're selling life insurance. You're selling services. Yeah, I mean that's where you get with the master salesman. But I ain't gotta get personal with you to sell you. I got these masks and stuff like that. I ain't gotta get personal. You need it, you get it. You get it from where you get it from. So depending on what you're selling. But I agree with that, you know, if I'm selling services and stuff like that. But anyway, I want to let people know again, y'all need these masks. You know what I'm saying? They coming in. Y'all got a pre-order. If y'all, you know, they just put this thing out till April, the end of April, maybe May. So just holler at your boy. I can get you the N95 mask. I can get you the 3-ply mask.
I'm gonna get in touch with you, Evan, real quick. Can you put it in the feed for us?
Facebook ERGJ Enterprises. Facebook ERGJ Enterprises. Somebody put it in the feed. I think somebody put it in there for them. But that's a very simple ERGJ Enterprises.
I appreciate you, King.
All right.
You stay with me. Stay with me, B. And
I'm staying for a little bit. I give a class tonight at 9 o'clock.
yeah, tell us about that. Is it a paid class? Is it a paid class?
Tonight at 9 p.m. called Monday Night Sales Mastery. Every Monday night at 9, I give a class on something that they can do immediately actionable to help them to sell better.
How much is that?
Class on how to 5 steps to overcoming any objection.
Ooh,
5 steps to overcoming any objection tonight at 9 p.m.
How much?
It's free.
Ah! There's no excuses, young folk.
Free.
All the folk.
Go to the Empowerment Duo page, the Empowerment Duo page on Facebook, and it's about 30 minutes long. And every time, I hear it all the time, you're going to learn something in about 30 minutes that's going to help you to sell yourself and your services better than you ever have before so that you can earn more money than ever before. So that's what we're going to do every Monday night at 9, and that's free to you.
Now, I need somebody to definitely put that in the feed, please. Go ahead and repeat that one more time, please, King.
Sure. It's called Monday Night Sales Mastery. Monday Night Sales Mastery. And it's 9 p.m. Today, I was sharing that out on my phone to different groups, and I got put in Facebook jail. So that's okay. So I won't be able to show it from my page, but we do it from the Empowerment Duo page. I'm one part of the Empowerment Duo page. And tonight, if you're willing to just go over to the Empowerment Duo page at 9 p.m., it'll be free. And I know that you're going to learn something tonight that's going to help you to sell yourself and your services. Tonight focuses on how to overcome an objection. And I'm going to give 5 steps to overcoming any objection tonight.
That's crazy. Now, check this out right here. B says, choose a job that you like. I said, choose a career or choose a business that you like. You'll never have to work a day in your life.
And it's, see, that's the other thing. Evan often goes back to history. We were not supposed to, I honor anyone that's in college, and I honor people that work a job. But to me, you know, economic independence is achieved through entrepreneurship. And if you have a job, the job is there to finance your business. To get you the money that you need, to earn the money that you need to pay for your stuff. You know, I do a talk called Your Thing versus Your Thang.
Yeah.
THING versus your THANG.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing, that's the job you do to pay for your bills. That's the thing. But your thing, your THANG, that's the thing that you want to do with your life, with your passion. And I tell people to do your thing when you have to, but don't neglect your thing. Keep doing your thing while you're doing your thing until your thing can replace your thing.
There we go. I love it. And you know, one of the things that we see right here, and I'm glad you said that, because I'm a strong believer that if you have things to sell, if you have products to sell, then you'll have a story to tell. Somebody put it, see, that's the thing about me. I have a story to tell and product to sell.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what I do, Brian, as long as I got products, I'll never be broke.
And more than your products, you have a skill.
Yes.
That's going to make you never broke. If someone took away everything that you have right now,
I go
you replace it because you have a skill.
I've done it. I've done it in real life. I went to zero and came back.
Of course you can. And you can do it again because you have a communicable skill.
Yes.
She's selling herself every day. You put it on the screen, do her motivational speaking and her jewelry. I've said this to you before, my sister. You don't just do motivational speaking. You're not selling jewelry, okay? You sell the story behind your jewelry. Mm-hmm. What were you thinking when you put it together? Because your jewelry is handmade. What were you thinking? Who does it go for? And it's not motivational speaking. You're changing a thought process. You're changing the way people feel. You're not just a motivational speaker. You're impacting change. I need you, Brittany, I need you to be in my classes, my sister. Your language is a little bit off, and you need me to help you to tweak it a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
That's awesome. Keep
Yes.
talking. Keep talking.
Okay. Well, you're putting up great comments up here. Being flexible when it comes to knowing how to reach out to various sources is an important marketing strategy. Yes, that's true. But my sister Gwen, I want you to understand at any given moment, there is somebody looking for what you have.
Ooh, wee.
There's no one like you, Gwen. There's no one that has your collection of experiences. No one can see things like you do. And you're not selling to everybody. You're only selling for the right people for you.
Yeah.
Okay. That's right. We are masters of ebonics, which is just another way of saying language. That's true. I get that. But you don't sell to yourself. You sell to the people that you're selling to. So you got to be able to, like Evan was saying, speak their language. You know, if you was only selling to yourself, you could talk any kind of way you want. But you don't sell to yourself. You sell to other people.
Yes.
Yes. William Brown is a great friend of mine, but he's also been my client on 3 different occasions. He's hired me to coach or teach him or his staff on how to sell. And it honors me that he still comes back for another dip.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice for another dip.
Yes. Yep.
There go Darren. That's one of your peeps right there?
Yes. I met Darren through Evan's show. Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Sales Mastery. And by the way, I saw someone put my name up there. My name is spelled with 2 L's. It's Brian K. McNeil, McNeill. Okay.
Here we go.
Yep.
I like that.
Yep. But this is such Monica put it with 2 L's. That's the correct way. So if anyone wanted to search me, you know, this guy's talking, but what do I know about him? Google me. Go to LinkedIn. Go to Facebook. Find out as much as you can. You'll see I've written 4 books on how to do this thing I'm talking about. Between me and my wife, we have 9 books that we ourselves have authored. I told my children if they want to go to college and if they want a job, at least let it be something they can use to eventually set up their own businesses. They can get the training and apprentice while working for someone else. Absolutely. That's you letting your children use the job instead of the job using them. And that's what you're supposed to do. You know, don't let them use you. I have a story to sell and a product to sell.
No, I have a story to sell and product to sell.
And stories, your money, this is my philosophy. Your money is in your story. That's where your money is. Your money is in your story. And learning how to tell your story. You're going to learn how to make your money.
A lot of people really are attracted to me because of that. The story of me, coming.
Yes.
Coming straight out of the hood, being molested at a young age, and I was going to kill myself at 13. I could have destroyed myself right then. And then just working through the drugs, been to college, working. I got out of college, got on drugs, and then 8 years later, I quit smoking, drinking, drugging, and I came down to Atlanta. I worked a job for 6 months. I bought 2 dozen t-shirts, quit the job, and the rest is history. So,
yes. And who wouldn't buy into that story because they could see some of themselves.
Yeah.
Maybe the journey wasn't entirely like yours. Maybe it wasn't as bad as yours, but they can see elements and they can buy into that. That's right, Brittany. I want you there because you're important, Brittany. Brittany is important. Okay, she don't suffer from it. She's thriving through cerebral palsy. She's in a wheelchair, but she has a business mind.
That's what we want. It's the mind that matters.
I love that about
somebody putting their feet. It's the mind that matters.
Yes.
Because your mind will take you there. Mm-hmm. If your mind will take you anywhere that you want it to take you, it's the mind that matters.
I want to say this too about my sister Brittany. She's been showing up. Everyone that comes here tonight, everyone that's on this feed that can hear this, you're more than halfway there because so much of life is showing up. Okay? More than half of it is showing up, being willing to show up, taking the training that's offered to you, showing up, going to the event when we can, but taking training that's offered to you. Everyone don't have to do it, but for the people that choose to do it, those are the right people. They chose to show up. They raised their hand. They actually showed up because Brittany, you can watch TV at 9 o'clock tonight. You can watch TV. You don't have to come. No one's going to force you to do it.
That's right.
Do it. If like Sister Gwen, she chose to be here tonight.
Yes.
And you're not horrible when it comes to selling. You just don't know how yet. Okay, it's not whether you're good or bad, it's trained or not trained. I invite you to take part in what we do tonight too. Once you're trained, it'll be easy. Okay, once you learn how, and I believe that God has uniquely qualified me to teach people how to do it. Yes, that's a North Carolina number. I live here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Yep.
Amen.
Mhm.
And we're coming down to a close, y'all, but I just want to make sure you all definitely understand that our college students are definitely that's the focus.
William Brown is funny.
And so the thing about this, brother B, most people are like that. They're hard headed. I mean, that's how you learn, though.
Mhm.
Your hard head makes a soft ass, and then you learn. You know?
Well, William, I want you to be a little bit easier on yourself. How many tries did it take for you to learn how to tie your shoes? How many times did you have to learn the ABC song before you got it right? Okay.
Absolutely.
So you ain't supposed to get it in one pass.
Simplicity.
You're supposed to learn and learn.
Simplicity is the key. The more you do it, just keep it simple.
Yes.
That's how you pick up on these things.
That's right, Zandra. Use the job to finance your thing. Okay. And think of it that way. Because the job don't care about you.
Ooh, wait.
They don't. They can replace you. North Carolina is what's called an at-will state. That means the employer does not have to have a reason to fire you. Okay. That's it. They can fire you anytime they want. Okay. And if they have that much power over you, you have the same power. You can leave them anytime you want.
Absolutely. We're at the end of this thing, B, and I just really want to thank you. And I just want to go down the wall a little bit and just let people understand. Go up and down the wall, like and love.
Yes.
On the people's comments. One of the things that I realized is that your time is so valuable. Your time is one of the most valuable commodity that you have in your whole entire lifetime.
And that's true.
Go ahead. So what I want you to do is please put something in the feed about what really did you get from tonight?
Amen.
What is it? What is it about this broadcast that says, you know what? I'm ready to change something, or I'm ready to adjust. Because you may not want to change anything. You just might want to adjust it and tweak it and just make it better for you and your family, and then your community. That's what's at stake here, folks. There's a lot of things going on around us, and we know it. We can pinpoint key things. Black Lives Matter, the pandemic, all this thing. The president this, the president that. But the thing is, what are you doing about it?
Yeah.
To make a difference in your own life.
Don't even count on the president. He's going to do what he's going to do.
I never count on none of them.
Right. Because you have a lot to say over what's going on in your world right now. A lot to say.
Yes. Okay. So please share. Please like and love and things are on the feed. And please share. And I'm looking forward for you to coming down. The children are out of school. Oh, that's right. Social distancing. I forgot about that. And I feel that God is still in the blessing business. And so are we. So continue to bless each other. Continue to bless your family, because we need each other.
All the time. Ooh.
Because we're all we got. Like my man said, that's enough. We must band together.
Yes.
Must band together. And don't forget, your children and your young adults, they deserve access and exposure. So please reach out and touch somebody. I love you guys, but I really do love you. But guess what? I appreciate you more. I want to thank you, B, and thank your wife, your lovely wife, for being on tonight. I'm looking forward to.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. And I just want to leave everybody. You want to say one last thing before I close out?
Your life matters. You're here for a reason. If you breathe in air in and breathe the air out and breathe the air back in, you still got something to do here. And somebody needs to see you as an example. You're important.
Praise God. I just want to say this. I hope that God blesses every breath and every step you take. Yes. Stay in peace, not in pieces. Okay? Take care of yourself and take care of each other. Have an awesome night. Peace,
Peace.
love, and community service. And remember, when you master community service, you will master customer service. Have an awesome night, everybody. Hold on, B.
I'm gonna stay here. Go ahead.
Sir.